it is part 9 of the series RC Beginner Guides to Nitro RC Vehicles. Hope you'll be able to hear me okay because of the rain. Real bad, heavy rain. So, hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay. But anyway, please let me know if you can't. Basically, this is the part 9, and in this part I'm going to be telling you how to get longer run time on your RC vehicle. In other words, how to make one fuel tank last as long as it will. Now that is the first thing. Obviously, if you have a 75cc tank, that does not hold as much fuel as a 125cc fuel tank, or a 150cc fuel tank. So obviously you can't expect miracles. But if you're a one fuel tank on a .18 engine should usually last about 10 minutes to 15 minutes. This depends on your tuning. Tuning comes into everything, because if you are running it rich, now rich basically means too much fuel, not enough air, or it means more fuel, less air. Now this means that your engine is going to be taking in more fuel than it would be if it was running leaner. So that is one thing. Now I'm not saying to you lean out your engine as much as possible, because that is just going to damage your engine, and then you will blame me. I'm not saying I'm not saying at all to lean it out as much as possible. Allow me to get a tuning screwdriver and I will show you settings, and I will show you ideal settings, sort of like in between ones. Well, here we are. Now let's imagine I'm running my car on this setting here. Oops. Right, I'm running my car on this setting. Now, this setting is completely flushed with the edges. That basically means it is going to be running very, very, very rich. Now, that would mean that your fuel tank would last about 3 minutes less. Now, you don't want that, because then, one, you have to refill it more often, and two, you will basically be wasting your fuel. So an ideal setting is if you not do it too lean. So you don't want to do it too lean, because too lean will damage your engine. So basically that is the setting that was on just then. On this setting it is running very, very well, and on this setting I get about 15 minutes of the run time on it. Do not touch your low end regarding the fuel consumption, because unless you're just going to leave your car sitting there running, the low end will not affect the fuel consumption at all, or it will only affect it a very, very minor percentage. So that is one thing, the amount of air and fuel mixture you have going into your RC vehicle. The second thing is the percentage of nitro you will be using. Now down here we have a 16% fuel. Now 16% lasts longer in an engine than 30%. It lasts longer in an engine than 25% and 20%. Basically, let's put that into English, the less nitro you have, the longer your fuel tank is going to last, and the longer runtime, or the more runtime you will be getting out of one tank. If you use 30% in here, you're only going to get about 8, 7, or maybe even 6 minutes runtime with your RC vehicle. Whereas 16 is a lower consumption fuel, therefore you will get a much longer runtime out of your RC vehicle. Now that is the way to do it. So what you need to do is, it's all about balancing. You need to balance your car. You need to find a good setup. In other words, find a good fuel that works with a good tune. Then that is your setup. It's like oil to gas, or oil to petrol ratios on 2-stroke engines. You find that setup and then you usually stick with it. So that is the way to do it. Do not keep changing. Do not keep changing fuels. Do not keep adjusting your car. As soon as you find out a good tuning setting, then stick with it. There is no need to keep adjusting your RC vehicle. That is a longer runtime video. Enjoy, happy tuning and happy filling up. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next part of the series, and the last part of the series, which is called How to Get the Most Out of Your RC Vehicle. Enjoy, happy driving.